Good morning, dear children. So, today in this video, we are discussing the contribution of agriculture to the national economy, employment, and output. Okay, so we know that India is having an economy based on agriculture or an agrarian economy. That means more than half of the population is mainly engaged indirectly in the fields, in the agriculture. Okay, in one way or other, maybe cultivating different types of crops or may rear cattle or poultry. That means allied activities, agriculture and allied activities. So what is the contribution of this particular primary sector in our national economy? So when we are considering our national economy, we are taking GDP as the base. GDP means gross domestic product. That means the total value of products and services produced in the national territory, within the national territory in a year. That is what is called GDP, gross domestic product. The total produce maybe in the form of products or maybe in the form of services. That means we have three sectors in our economy, namely agriculture sector, industries and services. That means the primary sector, then the secondary sector and the tertiary sector. So overall production in these three sectors are included in GDP. So what is agricultural share from agricultural sector in the national economy, especially GDP? Let us check that. Here from this table, it is very clear the contribution of agriculture, industries and service sector in the GDP. Okay, the GDP is actually increasing year by year. You can see that increase here. GDP in 10th 5-year plan, that is 2002-2007 period, was 7.2. Then it became 8.2 in 2007-2012, that is 11th 5-year plan. And next it became 9, then 9.5. So that is target 1 and 2. Okay, so this GDP is increasing, but what about the contribution of agriculture in the GDP? That is a slight variation, a slight increase is there. You can see it here. So agricultural sector is having a very slight increase in the GDP. They have a very slight contribution. That means it was 1.7 in 10th 5-year plan and became 3.2 in 11th 5-year plan, and the target was 4 and 4.2. Okay, so as compared to other sectors, it is very less. So let us check what are the problems or what are the reasons for this type of decreased contribution from agricultural sector in GDP. Yes, in your textbook there is given an activity. Find out why an Indian farmer does not want his son to become a farmer. Here are some reasons for that. Because the share, first of all, the share of agriculture in India's GDP has been declining since 1951, and so farming has a bleak future in terms of income from it in future. So almost all the farmers, especially the farmers who are engaged in the production of a less amount of agricultural products, they do not want their sons to be engaged in their agricultural sector. Then that means it is not a economic activity that we can get an income, a regular income, a sufficient income for a family. Then second one, land reform laws have been enacted more than 40 years ago, but their implementation is inadequate, resulting in no improvement in the condition of small farmers that we already discussed in the earlier classes. The next point, exploitation by middleman, is continuously resulting in farmers not getting remunerative price for their produce. So it is a very important problem facing the farmers, especially in rural areas. Very small farmers who produce a less amount of products, agricultural crops, they face this particular exploitation of middlemen. That means the production is happening there by the farmers, but the middlemen who act between the producers, the farmers, and the consumers, they act a very important, crucial role. So they are exploiting the farmers. They are purchasing goods, purchasing crops from the farmers at very low price, and they are again selling these goods to the distributors or to the consumers at a very high price. That means they are making very high profit. Then another problem is the irrigation is still inadequate in many parts of the country, which makes the farmers depend on the monsoon. A bad monsoon can be a period of doom for the crops. That is also very essential, a crucial factor. So these are some important factors that the farmers are facing. That means the farmers are not in considering farming profitable or an occupation which can earn sufficient income for a family. So the farmers, the Indian farmers, does not want his son to become a farmer. Okay, but even these problems are now we are facing now also these farmers are facing this type of problems. Some important steps have been taken by the government of India. Let us check what are the steps taken. So here you can see some steps taken by government of India. So, establishment of ICAR. ICAR means Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Okay, the headquarters of this particular institution is in Delhi. Okay, so this particular institution is taking initiative for research in the field of agriculture. That means production of new varieties of high yielding crops. Then about this fertilizers, then pesticides, insecticides, new and advanced machineries, that means mechanization of agriculture. All these things have been under research by this particular institution. And so many agricultural universities were established in different parts of the country. Even in our state, in Trivandrum, we have uh, the agricultural college, and in Thrissur we have agricultural university. Okay, വെള്ളായണി കാർഷിക കോളേജ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയാമായിരിക്കും. We will get so many good varieties of seeds and seedlings, varieties of crops from there. We can purchase it from there. Okay, then veterinary services and animal breeding centers. Sorry, small correction is there. So this particular thing, veterinary services, that means allied activities, the agriculture and allied activities, poultry or rearing cattle, they have been under development. That means veterinary services and animal breeding centers have been established by the government. Then horticultural development, then the research and development of meteorology and weather forecast. That means by with the help of satellites, we can predict or we can forecast the weather conditions, through which the farmers can make their strategies. Okay, so this particular forecast and things are telecast or forecast through the radios and televisions and newspapers. So these ideas will be reached the farmers. Okay, so these particular steps have been taken by the Indian government. Even then there are some problems, okay, some challenges. So these are some important challenges faced by the Indian farmers. international competition. That means, yes, goods or agricultural products from foreign countries, they are sold at a very low price. At the same time, the Indian farmers are selling their crops at a comparatively high price. So the demand for their products will be very less. Okay, so international competition is there. Then decrease the government subsidies. Governments are taking this subsidies for purchasing high yielding variety crops or fertilizers or machines needed by the farmers. All these things. So that is also will arise an adverse effect on agriculture or for the farmers. Then reduction in import duties. Okay, so these are the challenges faced by the Indian farmers. So today we have started this particular topic, contribution of agriculture to the national economy, employment and output. Among that particular thing we have discussed that Indian economy is based on agriculture. That means agriculture is the backbone of Indian economy. That means more than 50% of the population is employed in agriculture and allied activities. That means about 52 percentage as per 2010-11 statistics is engaged in agriculture. So that is 52 percentage of the total workforce was employed by the farm sector. Okay, then even then it is having a very low share in GDP, gross domestic product. Okay, so all these things we discussed. Then we saw some important steps taken by the government of India, that is mainly the establishment of ICAR, the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, headquartered at Delhi. Okay, and so many universities, agricultural universities, veterinary services and animal breeding centers, then so many research centers related to meteorology and weather forecast, all these have been established. So all these are related with this particular problem, the related with the agricultural sector. So with this I am winding up here. You please read the textbook very clearly. It is a very short portion, a very short topic here we had. Okay, so these are some problems faced by the agricultural sector and the farmers. Okay, so please go through the textbook. Okay, thank you. See you in the next class.